Made it. That was some intense storms last night. Luckily the wind wasn't blowing like at all for most of it. So I wasn't worried about like tree limbs and stuff, but that was a lot of lightning and a lot of rain. I don't know how many inches. I'll have to look at the weather report, but it rained hardcore for several hours. And the Nemo Hornet Elite did great. There is a couple of corners like down by my feet and then one corner up here at the top where there's some moisture, but I think it's mainly from like condensation or moisture getting through and then pooling at the bottom. But like 95% of the tent floor is completely dry. Where I was sleeping, completely dry. Everything, all of my stuff, completely dry. So no complaints there. That was awesome. It was nice to test it out. And when it first started raining, all the leaves were blocking most of it, but then it just started raining so much that the leaves finally gave way, and I was getting direct rain onto my tent. So that was a valid field test of the weathering of this tent, and it did wonderfully. So I'm stoked about that, and I'm not surprised because Nemo is awesome. Little sore this morning. I did the blister trick thing where it's pretty gross, but you take a needle and thread, you poke it through the blister and pull the thread through and then cut the needle off, and you leave that. The thread acts as a wick throughout the night, and it kind of drains everything and puts it back where it should be, and then you pull the thread out in the morning. I did that, and it seems to have worked fairly well. I'm still going to tape up that area, but yeah, pretty gross, I'll admit, but it worked. So body's pretty sore. I think once I get moving that'll be fine, and everything is wet from all the rain, so it still sounds like it's raining here just because of all the leaves and stuff are dripping, but I still got to get packed up and get back on trail, so I'm just gonna have to embrace the suck for a little while until things warm up. The weather for the next 3 days is looking wonderful though. It's not gonna break above 80, and there's no more rain in the forecast. Winds should pick up tomorrow. Should be pretty strong winds actually, so that'll be kind of interesting, but no worries there. We'll find a good spot to camp, and I like hiking in the wind anyway. So looks like there's a slight breeze this morning, so that's nice, but kind of show you the surroundings here. Water going for my coffee. So my bag was under these, what they're called vestibules, so it's outside of the main tent, but the rain fly goes out a little further and you can store stuff in there. So I kept my bag in there, and it seems to have stayed completely dry as well. Just a little moisture from the humidity, but that's about it. Well, cool. I'm gonna get some coffee in me and some food, and then slowly pack up and get back on trail. Looking through, yeah, it looks like my other hiking partners are already up. We camped pretty far away from each other last night, just because we're dispersed camping and it's fun to not be like right on each other sometimes. So I found this really cool spot. It's a little ways off trail, but it's on this peninsula, like Ridge Peninsula, and I was like, that looks like a nice flat spot to set up. Well, apparently I wasn't the only one to think so, because I set up where clearly there was another tent set up because everything's smashed down, and then I look over and there's an old fire pit. So this isn't an established campsite by any means, but it is certainly one that people have used before. So, all right, well, I will see you in just a little bit, and stick around for more adventure. up and I'm ready to go. And I'm the first one, which is just fine. I'm a little early being ready, so I'm just gonna kind of chill for a little bit until we get on trail. Beautiful breeze this morning. Not too hot. It's supposed to get up to like 77 today, so that's great. Humidity should drop throughout the day, and I don't know, it's just super nice. Tonight we'll be in Yellowwood State Forest campground. Within a half mile we'll be on the Tecumseh Trail, which is part of the larger Knobstone Trail, but it's the northern section, which is 42 miles, I believe. And there's no dispersed camping allowed throughout it. There's shelters set up in certain areas, but they're spaced not really in a way that you could do like 15-mile days. It'd either be like a 30-mile day and a 7-mile day, or, you know, it's difficult. So tonight we're gonna be in Yellowwood Campground, which means we actually have a bit of a shorter day today, I think 13 miles. And then tomorrow will be a long day, which will be closer to 20. But no big deal. Blister's doing a bit better. I think I told you about that at breakfast, so I'm sure you're just thrilled to keep hearing about my blister. But yeah, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to today's hike and having a bit of a shorter day. It'll be nice. So I'll see you down trail. Check out this cool bug. He's trying to hide. Very cool. Yeah. We made it to the end of the Tecumseh Trail, and now we just have the whole thing to hike, because we're starting at the end. But there's a nice little flowing stream, so we're gonna go ahead and filter some water here, and we'll get back on trail.
Everything got too tall.
pretty. Hello. Found this awesome clearing here that I recognized from doing Parks on the Air here a couple months ago. Looks a lot different now with all the stuff grown up, but nonetheless, here it is. We went ahead and stopped and got out all of our stuff that got wet last night, and we're drying it. You can see the clotheslines over there. Got everything laid out. Got my socks drying. Shoes hopefully drying, we'll see. Yeah, we have a little bit left today, so we're not in any rush. We'll be in Yellowwood State Forest Campground by the end of the day. One of our hiking partners didn't stop here, so he's already pretty far ahead of us, but he's going to take a break there and we'll get caught up to him. We got some road walking coming up, so I'm kind of glad to get everything dried before then. But yeah, other than that, things are looking good, and it's a beautiful day. Nice breeze, good temperatures, a little bit of sun, but also some cloud coverage. Can't complain. And we're back on trail, which compared to the jungle that we walked through earlier, this is pretty nice. It is gravel, which isn't my favorite, but I will take it over bushwhacking any day. Feeling better with all my stuff dried out. Put up a quick clothesline and just hung everything from last night over it, and took about 30 minutes and everything's nice and dry. Now we're gonna push through to the next section of road walking, which isn't the best, but they're the Knobstone Hiking Trail Association is working on a easement that will connect through and completely cut out all that road walking, so that'll be nice. Yeah, that's what last time I did this, I crossed for that reason. It's a little easier on this side. Oh, dude. Yeah.
that was a beautiful section of trail. I always like going through there. It's the Scarcefat section of the Tecumseh Trail. So Scarcefat Trail, Tecumseh Trail, they're the same there for a little bit, and actually continues off in that direction there. But we're gonna head over to this side of the lake and grab a campsite, and then we'll come back here in the morning and head north. Tomorrow will be a super long day, so I'm really happy that I took it nice and slow today. Made several breaks, got all my stuff dry, and then we stopped at that hotel because they had a pop machine out front, and I got a nice cold Sprite, and it was wonderful. So yeah, I'm now just sitting here waiting because one of our hiking members is coming along, and his cache is somewhere near here, so he needs to resupply before we head to the campsite. And he doesn't know where the connecting trail is, and I do, so I'm gonna wait for him. But yeah, excellent, beautiful day. Kind of show you the view I'm working with right now. Can't complain about that. I'll see you in a little bit. And we are in for the day. We got up here to Yellowwood Campground. One of our hikers got here first, so we went ahead and picked out the spot, and a decent spot here with both shade and sunshine, so we're able to lay out all of our stuff and get it nice and dry. I did that earlier, but there were still a few things that were wet, kind of wet, and I completely soaked my feet getting here because I had to do a big stream crossing, so hopefully those shoes dry. The blister on my right foot is massive now, and I know that you're very concerned about the blister, so I had to keep you updated. This is going to be my spot, which I'm going to go ahead and get my tent set up. Yeah, pretty uneventful campsite, but that's just how these sites are, where you drive in at actual campgrounds. That's all right. Tomorrow night's going to be at a shelter, which is pretty cool. I'll probably still stay in my tent, but there's an actual established shelter there called Fox's Den. So, and then after that, it's one more day to the finish. So we are well over halfway done, and got another super long day of hiking tomorrow. So I'm going to make sure to get nice and rested up this evening, but I will probably see you here in a bit.